Hi there and welcome back to Valley por Vida. Now, as promised, we're going to break down all that this beautiful month of May has to offer so that you don't miss a thing. All right, so according to nationaldaycalendar.com, apparently the month of May is good for National Wildfire Awareness. Basically, this is our chance to educate ourselves a little bit more when it comes to wildfire prevention and, of course, preparedness. We actually brought you a few segments about tips to keep in mind when it comes to preparing for these type of segments here on Valley por Vida, and we're definitely bringing you more throughout the month, so stay tuned. And whether you're in the dating scene, have a long time, partner, or maybe you're married, this next one might be interesting for you. May is National Date Your Mate Month. So this is your chance to remember to date your special someone. Even if you're married, it's important to remember to celebrate that romance and that first spark that you had on the first date by continuing to date. And if you're a fan of good old barbecue, then you'll definitely love that the month of May is also about enjoying as much of it as you can. Whether you like to fire up the pit by yourself or try out local restaurants, be sure to take some time this month just to indulge, if you so please. And we all know how it feels to stuff your face and feel so full afterward. I mean, there is a fun way that we can burn off those extra calories, though. Since May is also National Bike Month, it's the perfect opportunity to hop on your bike and take in the sights of your neighborhood and our local community parks. Or you can even take in the views over at South Padre Boulevard on the island, just riding along the beautiful shops and feeling that ocean breeze. But wherever you choose to ride, just be safe and, of course, have fun. And speaking of a healthy lifestyle, our final month breakdown is National Mediterranean Diet Month. Now, this is your chance to try out a fun new recipe and take part in Mediterranean kitchen traditions, which of course are so delicious. It may be tough to be a celebrity and always strive for good looks and perfect skin, but now it's easier for us than ever before to get in on that too. If you have under eye bags and wrinkles, well, not to worry any longer, because Plexiderm is an amazing product that has come to your rescue. Lifestyle consultant Annette Figueroa is joining us now to tell us all about how it can literally change our lives.
Content segments during Valley por Vida were paid for by Health Solutions Marketing.
Hi, my name is Annette Figueroa, and I'm so excited to talk to you about Plexiderm today. So we have a 10-minute challenge because there's still viewers that are skeptical as to whether Plexiderm works to reduce the look of under eye bags and fine lines and wrinkles in 10 minutes. And what Plexiderm did is they came up with an economical way, a 6-day, 6-application trial pack for just $14.95. Free shipping, so you can actually give it a try. So if you're on a budget or you're skeptical, now is the time to give it a try. So this is beautiful Georgine. She was actually one of the ones that was skeptical and had never tried Plexiderm, so we brought her in. We applied a small amount to her cheek, chin, and eye area. And as you can see, it gave her a smoother, more youthful look. And let me tell you, she left so excited and a firm believer in Plexiderm. So as you see in these pictures here, people are amazed after applying Plexiderm, waiting 10 minutes and watching what they're seeing. I mean, I was skeptical too. I have dark circles and forehead lines. And when I applied it, you can't believe this is a simple serum that you do in the convenience of your own home. What it does is it creates an invisible layer that tightens and smooths the skin. It pushes back the puffiness, tightens the crevices and the wrinkles. And the beauty is without injections, without prescription, and very little effort to give you that well-slept, refreshed, and gorgeous look. Literally so simple, so easy. All you do is apply it on a clean, dry face. You wait 10 minutes. I tell people they can kick back, relax, take a little me time, or watch it happen. But I am telling you, the results are nothing short of amazing. Yes, men and women, new moms, college students, executives, morning people, at the very first signs of aging, you can benefit from Plexiderm. What I love is men want to look and feel better about themselves too. They're some of our best customers because they tend to get the under eye bags, and that's where Plexiderm is extremely effective, although it works on all areas of the face, mouth, chin, and neck area. Yes, so we did 2 studies in February 2019, one on the effectiveness and the other how long it lasted. They saw an 80% reduction around the eye area, an 85% reduction around the problem areas like the forehead lines, and that's where I use it and love it, and a 74% reduction around the mouth area, and how long it lasted, up to 10 hours as long as you don't get it wet. And you must use water-based cosmetics because it works great with Plexiderm. And all you have to do is call 1-800-693-4203. It's a 6-day, 6-application trial pack for $14.95, free shipping. I mean, what have you got to lose but the under-eye bags and fine lines and wrinkles? It's truly incredible. Seeing is believing. Give it a try.
Content segments during Valley Por Vida were paid for by Health Solutions Marketing.
Again, a lot of our viewers have taken the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge to shrink those under eye bags and wrinkles, and now you can too. We're talking real results, and shipping is free if you want to give the trial a go for just $14.95, like you saw right there. So be sure to visit plexidermtrial.com, or of course you can call the number on your screen. And you'll have Hollywood perfect skin in no time, of course. But speaking of celebrities, if you're a rock and roll fan, then stop what you're doing right now and pay attention to this. Our team had the chance to head on out and meet Rock and Roll James, who's really been an icon when it comes to South Texas radio, television, and overall entertainment culture for over 35 years now. We asked him what it's like to step into his world for just a little bit so you could get a sneak peek at his life.
Well, I go by the name Rock and Roll James, and that's my professional name that I've had for about 40 years almost, since I started working at clubs and then went into radio and everything else. But I'm originally from Mercedes, Texas, and I've been living here in the Rio Grande Valley all my life. I was working at a nightclub, and I had started Rock Night because I had previously gone to the nightclub, and it was Rock Night, and I went in there because it was Rock Night and the DJ was playing disco. So I went and I told the owner, you know, hey man, they're not playing rock. So he says, well, that's the only DJ I got. And I said, well, if you give me tonight, because I was working at a club in Harlingen, and Wednesday was my night off, and that's why I was over here in McAllen at that particular club. And I said, give me Wednesday nights and I'll pick it up for you. So he gave me Wednesday nights, gave me $250. I went to La Plaza Mall to the record stores. I bought records, came back, and then before you knew it, about 3 weeks, it was like the biggest night of the week, you know, Rock Night. So the doorman, I was walking into the club and the doorman just said, come on in, Rock and Roll James. And he was a good friend of mine too, as a matter of fact, is a good friend of mine. Shout out to Rene Parrao, and he's the one that gave me the moniker Rock and Roll James, and it's stuck ever since. Well, I started DJing when I was a kid. I always wanted to be in music, either a singer in a band or a DJ or something having to do with music, because I loved music when I was a kid. So when I was in high school, about 9th grade, 8th grade, there was a little radio station in Mercedes, and I'd stop by and I would, you know, ask the program director. His name's Frankie D, who's currently with a radio station here in the Valley, who's been here for all his life as well. I kept asking him, hey, give me a shot if you need anybody, and they didn't have anything. So, you know, I always knew I wanted to be in some sort of profession that, you know, is about music. And so, you know, I started DJing, and then Frankie D got me a job as a DJ at Louis' Backyard when I was like about 17. It was 1984, somewhere around there. And I got the job, and I started making $5,000 a month at the age of 17, living on South Padre Island. And that's when I said, you know what, this is definitely a business I can be in. So that's where my career pretty much started and took off. And then after the island, I started DJing at other clubs here in the Rio Grande Valley, and it became very popular. And then I was approached by some radio DJs from a Tejano radio station in 1988. It was KIWW, which was in Harlingen. And they would go to the club, and they would, you know, a guy named Brother John went up to me and said, hey, you know what? You'd be good on radio, man. You'd be good on radio. So the next thing you know, they asked me to go in and read a little script, and I got the job as a part-time DJ weekends, 1988.
Feel free to check him out on Instagram to keep up with all that he's got going on. And on that note, we want to thank you again for joining us today. Be sure to tune in again next time too, because we're going to have a whole lot more fun for you. But for now, don't forget to follow our team on social media for exclusive behind the scenes sneak peeks as well, and for your chance at your comment or your question to be featured on air. Of course, you can always visit valleycentral.com to rewatch some of today's favorite segments. We've got all of that and so much more next time on Valley Pura Vida. We'll see you then.